Good night to each and everyone back in Georgetown, Guyana. Some of you might say that this guy loves to face the cameras. That's not so. If it take me a million times to sit down to speak to you in Guyana because you are one of my citizens that we grew up with. And yes, many of you are living in darkness. Corruption and obstruction to justice is a way of life in Guyana. From 1966 until present day, Guyana had never had an honest leader. Some may have tried. The breaching of the Constitution of Article 155 also make it clear. When no citizen of another country should have been sitting in the parliament to make laws to deny the people of the country their rights, especially when, as we say, we get rid of colonialism, only to replace them with fascism, ignorantism, foolishism, and stupidism. Why this is happening? Because of lack of education towards this nation. And we have seen what's going on all the time. The PPP, who led by the late Jagan, you Indian and blacks must realize that Bonner was the general secretary of the PPP. And it was a plot to get rid of England and America to kick them off the back. And therefore one go communism and one talk, but he was a capitalist, but both of them were only there for their own needs and full their pocket. I don't expect that the children and grandchildren of both leaders understand what takes place, but there is a God. Many of them will eat from the gutters from whatever country they go and will count the stars on the blue sky at night. It's a curse that they will never escape. And for those present-day politicians in Guyana, I want you to listen to me carefully. No politician, whether you're the ruling party or the opposition, must use the power that was given to you by the people to deny them justice by calling a court, judge, to lock up your opponent or accuse, lock up people who speak out against you. If you are not ready for criticism, then you are not ready to be in government. Because sometimes criticism is the best friend to all of us. It makes you want to do more to show those who may not understand what you're doing that you are on the right path. But when you use your ignorance and call it force and using a judge to lock up innocent people, you're guilty of a crime beyond. When you use the police or criminals to beat and kill the people who speak out against you or oppose you, you also are playing with big problem. I think you all should learn from the old days of Rome. England, Oliver Cromwell cut out the head of a king. And he make it clear that King Charles was not England and England wasn't, he was only a citizen there. They're born there. But you, the great-grandchildren of cheap labor, who's the Indian race, and you, the great-grandchildren of slavery, who happens to be the black race, you cannot come together because of illiteracy, ignorance, force you all use to destroy one another so you could get what you want. But how much of you live to enjoy it? Is Bottom alive? Is Jagan alive? Is Hoyt alive? And before March, the election, who knows how much more funeral you might get coming out from the parliament. Don't turn the day into night or the night into day. I call upon all you citizens who have a cell phone. Record any police and you will get paid for it if they break the law. Any politician, record their behavior, what goes on, and let it be known to you, the politician, everybody have a price. And under pressure, when they get arrested, they're going to call name. They're going to talk. I call upon the police union to warn the police officer. They must not take side. If a politician asks them to kill or beat or jail innocent people, they must contact their union immediately and let it be known what is happening. And the UN place in breakdown and embassies, because you will be guilty of a crime. Aiding and abetting in murder, locking up innocent people, you're not going to escape it. This will change dramatically. And let it be known to you. Nothing lasts forever. So I'm calling on the leader of APNU, David Granger, a soldier. You have to get up and clean up your cabinet. You have to do what is right for the people of Guyana. And I kindly ask you, I just know that the president of Ghana was in Guyana. I would like you open up and extend the same opportunity and gratitude to the people of Nigeria, Sierra Leone, which is Freetown, and couple other African countries, even South Africa, because these are humans who are fighting to make a living, to take care of their family. And if you believe in the God that you say you believe in, David, then you will have to do what is right. And for the Caribbean, all those who had stand with the Guyanese during the 70s, 80s, and 90s, we will extend the same gratitude to you. But a lot of innocent Guyanese women was raped in the Caribbean, was used in Trinidad, Barbados, and other Caribbean islands when they go there to stay. Immigration take advantage on them. The citizens of those countries take advantage on them. But this is the time. I call upon all Guyanese who had lived out of Guyana, in the Caribbean, and elsewhere to identify a good neighbor who had came to your rescue in your time of darkness and hardship, so we can extend the gratitude 10 times more than what they have done for you and their family. Because 2 handshakes. And I want to make it known, no crime shall will go unpaid. You lock up innocent people, kidnap them from the courthouse, jail them to over 10 months, put police to beat them. I want you all to understand, we are waiting to see where this matter goes, because it is not going to be slide by night or sleep in the corner. I know you all may have the power with the army and the police and the guns, but remember these words. Not every finger will be able to pull those triggers. And remember this, that case I'm talking about, all of you know what it is. The judge that sentenced that young man to prison, knowing that he had an appeal, and for Mr. Anil Nandalal with the PPP, knowing about Horseman, and Shameen Mohammed, who worked in the registrar, that woman must be questioned. And Horseman, her husband, who's alleged killed his neighbor in Covent Garden, and nothing come out of the matter. And his name is Mr. Ramdat as Horseman. I want you all investigate it. So I call upon APNU government to start to look into it. And he must be in jail for killing an innocent man in Covent Garden. Everybody knows about it. PPP members know about it. And minister, because the people who that guy was working for was financing the PPP. And we have many more to talk about. But Horseman, known, Mr. Ramdat known as Horseman, and his wife Shameen Mohammed, that caused a young man, Snow, to be arrested at the courthouse, Supreme Court, kidnapped, locked up, and tried to hang his back. I want the judge to answer this. The minister who involved, we know all of you. How would you all like that happen to your children? Remember, what goes up, come down, and what goes wrong, come wrong. I already tell you all, we're rather dead than to surrender to hypocrisy. Look into this case and make the arrest, and let us see where we go from here. I ask you, Honorable Leader Mr. David Granger, if you are a man of God and you believe in justice, don't let the curse fall upon your children, nor your grandchildren. All right? I believe in the God that I serve, not man, and I'm giving you time to investigate it. This is not about election, because you might get an earthquake before that. You might get a hurricane before that. Things can happen. So I'm calling upon you. Do your job and you will have our support. And let it be judged by equality, not color of skin and party policy. I'm not arguing with nobody. We want justice. Because we didn't thief. We didn't commit a crime. We was accused for crime from coolie people, Indian bastards, low life. And Mr. Nandalal could have looked into it, and the lady at DPP. And I want that woman and her husband to find up on the Kuwait embassy. Who is George Khan? Who led the demonstration when Saddam invaded Kuwait? It wasn't she and she masquerade husband. It was a man named George Khan who met with the embassy all in Washington. So never mind. Assalamu alaikum to you hypocrites. But may the peace and God be with all of you. Your time is coming. No one will escape this crime. Remember, the friend of my friend is my enemy, but the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Think of it. Nothing lasts forever. This matter can be worked out peacefully, comfortably for the benefit of the country. So we don't have to kill each other, fight each other. So, once again, before I go, open up the door to the Nigerians, like you do for the Ghanaians, no visa, and the people in Freetown, which is Sierra or something like that. And therefore, Guyana can go for an other African nation. Thank you, and have a good day. But no more PPP.